What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna double take for you guys. We got two things going on. We got a new fuel filter installation here, and we got like three things, and we also have a new fuel injector gas kit for all four of them, because my suspicions are with this thing, it's getting terrible gas mileage. I'm thinking it's a few things. So fuel filter, which is down there, which we'll probably do that video right after this one, probably is clogged. Secondly, I think one or multiple injectors are stuck spraying all the time, or one of the O-rings on the injectors is bad. And lastly, it could be the EGR valley underneath here is clogged, which we're going to show that in this video as well. So right now I'm just going to take off a few things that I know have to come off. PCV valve, it's got to come off. Actually, I might not take it off from there. I'll probably take it off from the hose. But that's got to come off. You got to take off this plastic fuel rail. We may or may not have to take this bolt out for the fuel rail. I think we do. Come to this side, got a few vacuum lines. 1, 2, all the fuel injector harnesses. You take them out. And I think you may have to take the throttle bracket off. Not here, just take it, unbolt it from the intake manifold. But yeah, I'll give you guys an update after I figure out what I gotta take off. I'll see y'all later. So as you can see, we got a few stuff off. We got the throttle cable unmounted from the air intake, vacuum line, this vacuum line, and there's 3 bolts holding on your fuel rail to the bracket. You got one right here. I'll show you. One right there. One right there. And then the third is right over in between those two. So 3 10mm bolts, and then you should be able to just pop this whole thing out, but we're gonna wait because it still has a lot of pressure in there. Alright, so we got all 3 of those bolts out. We probably should have cracked this first. This is how you're gonna relieve all your pressure in your thing. 11/16 wrench. We're gonna put some rags on it so it doesn't squirt us in the eyes with any fuel. Crack this, drain that out, and then we're gonna pop all these fuel injectors out. So you wanna record? Cracked it. There you go. That's all the pressure out. Now it's just dripping. Got a drip pan under there. There's 2 crush washers on here. You do not want to lose them. So it's a nut, crush washer on each side. They're stuck to it right now. I'd recommend prying them off so you don't lose them. Putting them somewhere safe. Alright, after that, you should be good to pop this entire fuel rail off, which we can do right now. I'm gonna take off. That one came out all too easily. That does not look. That looks bad. Dude, those things look bad.
I told you, them shits are gonna be.
Alright, well now you got that out, you can take your injectors out one by one, like we're gonna do. Test them and clean them, and hopefully get better fuel economy after that. So, to get your injectors off, you got a metal clip. And I think I'm gonna bring out a knife for that.
Probably pointed away from your arm or your hand.
It's still gonna jab me either way.
There.
What? That? It's a little toasty, just so you know.
Oh, little.
A little bit. Almost got me there. Talking all that stuff, man. You was no better than me.
I got farther than you.
And I don't think you did. Now you did.
See?
I was gonna just use that, you know. Pull it off. I think you're you don't pull that connector off now.
Shouldn't be able to.
There you go. And now you just repeat that process times 4, and that's it. So we got all those sensors disconnected. Now we're gonna take the fuel injector out of the fuel rail, which is very hot. Twist and pull. Get that out. I mean, look at it. 130,000 miles. It's definitely needs cleaning. I don't know if it's a bad injector now. We'll test that in a little bit later. But you don't want your injectors looking like this ever. That's why it's a good idea to do this. I'd say every 75,000 to 100,000, not 130,000. But you get what you get when you get a car. So we're just gonna set these down in order. That way we can check spark plug too if one of them's bad. That one looks a little better, but not much.
No, it's a whole lot better. Just by the way it came out. And this one should be the messed up one.
I don't know, man. Either way, we got them all out. We can test them after we clean them. Which I think that's what we're gonna do now, right? Unless we want to do the EGR valve. Oh yeah, I think we'll let it cool down more. Yep. So we can take these inside also. Alright, so we've already done 2. We're just gonna do one more for you guys so you can see how it happens. So you take out a filter on top. Take out the O-ring, and there's another grommet to take off. Just wiggle and slide. That's it for the top. On the bottom, you just got that one there. And now when you got it off, clean it up as fast as you can. One, two. What you really want is some, not brake cleaning, but carb cleaner. So we can test these, and I think we might go to the store and get it so we can make sure all these work. But clean that up. You've got your new kit right here. So start with the bottom. All you gotta do is put on the new grommet. Slide that on. Up top. Slide all the way down. Green O-ring. Boom. And filter. And that is everything replaced on there. And you got hopefully a brand new injector. Just got finished messing with the injectors, checking them. Make sure they're good. We found, what, 2 of them were clogged? 2 of them were definitely clogged and they're running better. So now we figured we'd get the EGR, check the EGR passages under here. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. And there is a gasket here, so hopefully it doesn't break because I don't have that gasket. But if this is anything like the injectors, it's gonna look bad under here. These are, oh, that should come off. As long as both sides are. Like this hasn't ever been taken off, but maybe it has. Bolts look still good. Oh yeah, those are clogged. See that? They ain't supposed to look like that. All 4 of those holes are straight up clogged. This, straight up clogged. All that buildup on there, not supposed to be there. I'll take a rag, show you though. Actually, that might be a gasket. It's a metal gasket. It should come off. Maybe not. Yep. But in those holes, you can clean in between those holes because that's crusty. Yep. So we'll be cleaning them out with. I won't clean that entire thing out. I got brake clean for that. Can I use brake clean on this?
You could.
On this, not that.
That's what I said. Good.
As you can see, my coworker here, Jose, has cleaned out all these holes that were rusty, crusty, dusty. Also, we cleaned up the plate, which had so much, you can see where I cleaned out the entire passageway. And then this upper bracket, this entire thing was full of black gunk. Now it's much cleaner and acceptable to put back on the car, so now we just reverse installation this thing and call it a day. That looks correct. This thing is still very hot. Got that. Got this. Watch. Oh, I moved it.
Backwards.
Oh. Very delicate with it, you may not have to move around. I said may, that doesn't mean you. Get one started, go to the other corner, and all the rest should line up for you. That wasn't a hole. That feels like the hole. Just get 2 snug, thread the others in, tighten them up. Happy engine. New injector rebuild kit. Cleaned out the EGRs, gonna put a new fuel filter. It's gonna be a separate video, but y'all gonna have them come out at the same time, so it's basically one video. Wham. Bam. Don't over tighten these. You don't want to break them. Thank you. Man. All done. Now you can put back your injectors in peace, knowing that you took care of 2 things at the same time. So, you want to pass me an injector real quick, Jose? Or 2 injectors? We'll put them in the lower, put them into the block at first. I'll have Jose put them in, actually. Give him some camera time over here. Put them in. That's in. Whoa, you look like you're doing it right, Jose.
I can't read. So, obviously, I'm good with mechanics.
Obviously.
Sadly. Couldn't have the good looks, couldn't get the brains, but, that. Mechanics.
So it would be nice if we had a little bit of, not grease, but what type of grease would we want for this, for putting the O-rings in? Dielectric grease.
There you go.
I'm just kidding. I saw someone do it.
That's
Yeah. But either way, they're in. If you put a little bit of fuel on the O-rings to lubricate them, that could work too. Just make sure you seat the O-rings properly in the lower and upper fuel rail, which we're about to do. I mean, Jose's about to do.
so much trust.
I trust you, Jose. And when we prime this thing, once we do the fuel filter, if it leaks, we know it's not seated properly. Is that other line? Good? Alright, well then you can install your 3 nuts. That's crazy. This thing's not scorching hot anymore. We'll just snug them down for now until we find out if this thing leaks or not. Which you don't want to see until we finish the fuel filter, but snug them down, put all your lines back on. Shoot, we should probably start with, where's that? Where'd it go? Not this. But this does need to go back on. One, two, three, four. Vacuum line. Vacuum line 1, vacuum line 2. Vacuum line 3. You got this to put on, you got your PCV valve right here to put back on, which Jose can do, while I put the crush washers back on the end of this fuel rail, one on each side. One washer, two washer, cap. Snug it up, not stupid tight. Right there. And just put your throttle bracket back on, and you are good to prime this thing if you're going to prime it. If you're doing your fuel filter like we are, then don't worry about it, just wait. But proper way to do it once you do this is you're going to have the key in but not start it. Turn it to accessory about 5 times. The fuel pump will kick on, getting fuel all the way back to here, which you'll drain the fuel system. And you'll be primed and ready to start. But check for leaks before you start it. Like I said, we're going to do that once we do the filter. Vacuum line came off. Don't want that. And that is a much simpler job than most people think it is. You just need a few tools for this job. I mean, every job sometimes has its special tools, like it would have been nice to have some stuff that we didn't have for this job, but we still made it work. Found out we had a clogged injector, bad one. Hopefully it's not bad. If it is, we know which one's bad. Well, we know one of the middle two are bad. But yeah, this thing would be ready to be tested out if we're not. I mean, no, we don't want to. We don't want to contaminate the brand new clean filters on the injectors until we change the filter out, which we'll be doing right now, I think.